that we face every day. When it comes to hate crimes, bias, and a lack of understanding about our faith and our religious articles of faith, which are 5 religious articles of faith for the Sikhs. Because of this, it will promote education and awareness of Sikhism in a way that the state of Illinois has never acknowledged before. Thank you, Governor Pritzker. And of course, Michelle Mussman and Ann Gillespie and others. We see HB 2832 as a first step in making productive, proactive steps to build trust and relationships between our community, our representatives, and those who are meant to protect and serve us. We see this as a stepping stone to effecting real change when it comes to requiring state agencies and organizations to be trained on the diversity of this state and the Sikh community. We hope that this bill translates into real change when it comes to state agencies being trained on and gaining cultural competency on Sikhism, including our law enforcement agencies and the employers. They should know who the Sikhs are. We see the governor's signing of this bill as progress. Hope this administration's commitment and that of our legislators in Springfield remains strong and vibrant to continue building those relationships moving forward as well. And without further ado, it's my great pleasure and our whole community's pleasure, our board of directors of Sikh Religious Society, CIC board, or our elders and all our friends and community and Sangat. On behalf of all, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you Honorable Governor of the State of Illinois, Governor JB Pritzker.
Thank you so much. What a kind introduction and what a beautiful day, right? Thank you. Well, Raj, thank you very much. And what a beautiful location also. And I want to commend all of you. I can see that this is one of the great places for people to visit here in the state of Illinois and, of course, to worship. I want to thank Representative Michelle Mussman, who is, she is a tireless advocate for your community, and she is the one who spearheaded this legislation through the General Assembly. That's sometimes not an easy thing to do, but she's a leader, and she gets things done. So thank you very much to Michelle. And I want to say thank you also to Senator Ann Gillespie, to Laura Ellman, to Representative Mark Walker, who are also here, for their partnership in getting so much done in Springfield just this year. Several of us are new. In fact, all of us. All four of us. Michelle is the experienced hand here. but Laura Ellman and Ann Gillespie and Mark Walker and I all showed up for the first time in Springfield in January. Mark, you served a term a little while ago, right? 10 years ago. So maybe he's not so new. But anyway, we all came to Springfield in January and we got so much done together. And I really want to thank them for their partnership in doing that. And I'm really grateful to all of you. And I'm grateful for being able to join you to honor the Sikh tradition. I only wish that the sole purpose of this gathering was to celebrate. But we're at a moment in our nation's history when our president regularly launches attacks on people who do not look or think as he does. It's despicable, and it challenges the fundamental values that have made this country great and have made this state great. The Sikh community is all too familiar with the harm that this type of bigotry can cause. In the years since September 11th, Sikhs across the country have experienced countless instances of harassment, of discrimination, and of violence simply because of the color of your skin or the style of your clothing. Hate has no place in the state of Illinois. The burden is not on the Sikh community to prove your humanity to an ignorant world, and yet every day you work to uphold your own teachings of selfless service. The Sikh Religious Society of Palatine has been regularly volunteering and serving the broader community of Palatine and of the state of Illinois, even providing an emergency response effort during this year's polar vortex. You have more than earned your recent Lifetime Service Award from the Salvation Army. And as we shape our state to be a place that embraces our future with open arms, we would do well to take a page from the Sikh community. Yep, that's why I'm so proud to sign this legislation. Sikh Awareness and Appreciation Month, so important. The month of April is Sikh Awareness and Appreciation Month, and when we come next to the month of April, all of us will know of the service that you have provided, and it will be a reminder to all of us that we owe a duty too. So thank you for the example that you are providing. So, in the face of attempts to stoke fear and exploit division and force cultural traditions into the shadows, today we are standing up for an Illinois that is accepting and diverse and welcoming, and an Illinois where we can learn from each other. Because I believe in an Illinois where all people have access to opportunity, where all people can get the education that they need. I believe in an Illinois where we are all proud of those who love their communities enough to hold their own high ideals up, the same ideals that they preach, and live by them. So let me be perfectly clear. The state of Illinois is taking a stand against hateful acts against the Sikh community. As Sikhs throughout the world celebrate the 550th anniversary of the birth of their first guru, we celebrate you as an integral part of the Illinois community. We are tremendously proud that so many Sikhs call this state their home. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce a great legislative leader who helped to make this happen today, to make this beautiful day occur for all of us, and that's Representative Michelle Mussman.
Good afternoon. I was very pleased to be asked to help our neighbors at the Sikh Religious Society to pass this bill, marking each April as Sikh Awareness and Appreciation Month in the state of Illinois. It is a great place to start, but there is more work to be done. We in America have always been proud to say that the freedom to practice the religion of our choice is a vital part of the foundation of our country was built on. Unfortunately, far too often, we find it easy to slip into a fear of the unknown and base our perceptions on rumors and information that is inaccurate and false. When this happens, our worst selves come out, and we treat our neighbors poorly, or in worse cases, with malice, violence, or aggression. In the last decade, acts of hatred to those who look visually different or practice varied religions have increased dramatically. The appearance of Sikhs with their uncut beards and traditional turbans make them an obvious target. Sikh students endure school bullying and assault at a higher rate than many of their classmates, and none of us would ever tolerate the bullying of a child in any way. Sikhism is a religion that worships one God. It teaches its adherents to live by three fundamental principles of truthful living: service to humanity and devotion to God. They believe in universal equality with female religious participation widely encouraged and are proactive in their efforts to build interfaith relationships to combat social injustice. In designating the month of April as Sikh Awareness and Appreciation Month, we stand against hate and misunderstanding by celebrating the lasting contributions of the Sikh people and acknowledging that our communities, our state, and our nation are stronger when we embrace the diversity of our people. Thank you all for being here today.
Now I'll invite the president of Sikh Religious Society of Chicago, Dr. Pradeep Singh Gill.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Sri Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Governor Pritzker, I always love your speeches. Okay? I'll try to learn something from you. Maybe I could put something in there. Thank you. Honorable Governor Pritzker, we at Sikh Religious Society are honored to have your presence here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to visit us. I would also like to acknowledge the presence and efforts of Senator Gillespie, Michelle Mussman, and Mark Walker, and other dignitaries who are present here, and I have missed their names. They have put a lot of efforts in bringing this bill to fruition to be signed today. And they have to work really, really hard to pass it through both the houses, so we really, really appreciate that. Now let me say a few words as to why we chose April as Sikh Awareness and Appreciation Month. The month of April has a very special significance in Sikhism. Our first Guru, Guru Nanak Sahib, was born in the month of April in 1469. And 230 years later, his thoughts through 8 other Guru Sahibans was culminated by our 10th Guru, Sahib-e-Kamal, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, through the formation of Khalsa on Vaisakhi Day, thereby the concept of Sikh soldiers or saint soldiers. April being the spring season, that also represents desire for constant internal bloom through the divine message of one humanity. Also culturally, back in Punjab, it is the time for celebrations for farmers who reap their crops, sell them, pay off the loans, and feel rich. I'm from farming background, so I have a little poem which Punjabi speaking area people will kind of understand that. ਤੂੜੀ ਤੰਦ ਸਾਂਭ ਹਾੜੀ ਵੇਚ ਵੱਟ ਕੇ ਲੰਬੜਦਾਰ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਕੱਟ ਕੇ ਪੱਗ ਚਾਦਰਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਸਵਾ ਕੇ ਕੱਚੇ ਮਾਰ ਵੰਜਲੀ ਆਨੰਦ ਛਾ ਗਿਆ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਦਮਾਮੇ ਜੱਟ ਮੇਲੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ. In the end, I would promise that we will plan to use the month of April through awareness, educate others about who we are, and work in collecting funds for our local police and fire department as a token of appreciation. Thank you all. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Sri Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So as a token of appreciation, I think we have rather a larger gift for the governor, but we'll take care of it, the transportation part later.
Mr. Governor, please I need a picture for a newspaper.
Yeah, let's
If these out of the way, we can leave them
thank you, Governor.
on the table. Yeah.
Mr. Governor, please. Hello, sir. Everybody, please. Thank you.
And this is, let me read this. In the last 2 world wars, 83,005 turban-wearing Sikh soldiers were killed and 109,045 were wounded for the freedom of Britain and the world during shell fire with no other protection but the turban, the symbol of their faith. Thank you so much. Now the signing ceremony.
I want to make sure you're in the picture.
Can you come closer?
I can see his hand.
I'm sorry.
Sri Akala!